What's up, people? Whoa. Where's this camera so dark? See? So weird. One second, guys. Oh. There it is. That's so bizarre. Is that better? Can y'all see me? Hi guys! So, it's been a crazy week. It's been a crazy week. I gotta tell you that. Let's start there. I got a few announcements. I have a few things to share. And I need everybody's help. Some exciting news, some I don't know, maybe you guys could help me out with decisions and things like that. Let me see, why do I feel that this is a little bit too high? There we go. Alright, I think that's good. So, for those that are here for the first time, my name is Javier Morales. I'm a Orlando-based photographer. I've been creating content consistently for the past month or two. Yeah. I've mostly been focused on photography, and me personally, I've been struggling to be a business. I don't know if that's happened to you, or in what stage of your career you are, but right now my struggle is making sure my quality matches my income, because once again, a lot of people love my quality, the type of work that I do. They love the way I handle projects. I guess the way I treat them too, and though it's a struggle when you hear all these praises and you don't see the results or the fruits financially. So it's like, I've been blessed enough to kind of survive by, of course, I have a lovely wife that she's doing a lot on her end, and she's been a blessing, and I've been blessed enough to have some contacts and some friends like Ozzy, which provides the studio, and I'm able to create some stuff for him as well. So it is a blessing, but it gets to a point where, like, hey, we're just surviving. I need to actually make some income, and then I have to reevaluate my life and how I'm serving and how my work is affecting my quality of life. Am I spending too much time providing the product? Am I being efficient about it? Am I charging enough about it? So it's a lot of stuff that has been happening. So number one, today we are going to be editing some photos that I had pending from pet photography. I did deliver most of the photos, but this is some extra stuff that I want to send. I'm going to be working in pet photography today. I'm probably going to be here at the studio for the next 3 hours, so if you're more than welcome to hang out with me. I'm going to need your support and your cheers here. Help me survive this too. It's not easy to sit down and be hours and hours editing. You always need that's why I like the music. I like to relax. I like to get in the mood, and that's also why I love to do it at the studio, because I'm surrounded by inspiration. So that's number one. Number two, I'll be editing, yes, but also I wanted to share some news. Number one, I was invited because I'm a SmugMug photographer, meaning that I use their services to provide galleries and deliver photos. and they share information that they were gonna do a collaboration with Airbnb. So I received this invitation about 3 months ago, 2-3 months ago. I was like, wow, that's kind of cool. I wonder how many photographers were invited. I haven't seen many photographers talking about it. I don't know, it's because they don't want to let other people know that, you know, to prevent competition. I didn't want to share the news until I got approved. I actually got approved literally yesterday. I mean, I was approved to a point, but it's been a process where they're also updating their systems. I guess they're doing the final touches there, but they gotten to a point that they already went live. So that's exciting. Congratulations to Airbnb for giving creators and service providers an opportunity and a platform to, you know, to sell our products and get to help other clients. So thank you, Airbnb. Thank you, SmugMug, for opening the door as well. But this also means that I have to find a way where I'm able to include that into my schedule and attend to my other responsibilities, my home responsibilities, my church responsibilities, my my responsibilities with the studio, and maybe this is an answer to the prayer of like, what's next for my career. So we'll see if this is what I need to do and what I'm looking for, and if this goes to the next level. It all depends, you know, and that's why I'm sharing it, because number one, I need everybody's support to start booking through Airbnb, and hopefully I could get enough reviews so I could get ahead of the curve with the competition that there currently is. I'm planning to combine the services that I currently have and my experience. Once again, to give you a brief resume of what I have, is I have 10 years of photography experience. I've done everything and everyone, you know, any type of subject. I've been exposed to product photography, commercial photography, car photography, all types of quote unquote people photography, like portraits, family portraits, Christmas, weddings, celebrations, birthday parties, anything. So I have an extensive experience feel and coverage. I've done sports. I've been published multiple times on magazines. There's photos of me that I didn't post myself that are on Pinterest. Brands that have my content on multiple websites, Amazon, Walmart, a bunch of stuff. So I think I've done enough. But once again, I'm trying to see if I'm able to reflect and turn it and translate that into my earnings, because right now I'm broke. So it's like many people that hear that, it's like, I can't believe that you're broke. Oh, you have an amazing camera, you have a bunch of stuff. It's like, yes. And I've seen a lot of people that have crappy cameras, crappy products, crappy photography, and they're doing better than me. And I think it's because I lack that business mentality and experience, and I don't know what it is, but I'm trying to figure it out. And maybe, once again, maybe this opportunity where Airbnb is going to be a more stable income. Once again, it's a coin toss. It could be the worst decision that I ever make. I don't know. But that's the beauty of being a creative. And it's a curse at the same time. Because I love what I do. I'm passionate of what I do. I try to not only bring a great product, but also a great experience. And you could talk to all my clients and the people that I collab with, that will tell you who I am, you know. So that's where I'm at. I don't know what I turned this into, like a rant, or I'm venting right now. But anyways, you guys are turning into my therapy. So so that's where I'm at today. I just wanted to share that. I also wanted to share that I'll be doing a discounted this kind of photo shoots for pets, especially dogs, because one of my sponsors, Aperture, sent me a backdrop for pet photography. It's like a little pet house design. So if you have a pet, I'm gonna be... Oh, we have a follower. Thank you for the follow. If you have a pet, and if you are in Orlando, I'm gonna be doing discounted rates for dog photography, because I wanna do at least 3 or 4 sessions with that backdrop. So if you are interested in for me to take photos of your doggy, let me know. I'm down. The studio is located in it's called Vyrus Studios, Vyrus, which is also available for rental for events and for your own. If you're a content creator, you could do podcasts, you could do photo shoots, you could do videos here, and if you need a photographer, I'm available too. If you are a photographer or videographer, you could use the facilities as well. But yeah, so I wanted to announce that. I'm gonna be doing discounted rate for pet photography, so I could help my sponsor Aperture to create some content for their backdrop, the pet photography backdrop. So I'll be doing some specials for pets. What else do I gotta announce? Yeah, just reminding you guys that if you wanna help me out in the next few months, booking me directly through Airbnb, I would love to, number one, create a portfolio, because once again, the Airbnb portion is going to be a little bit different, because this is providing a service. But thinking about it, it's like I'm going to be providing services not only to locals, but most of them are going to be people that are traveling from abroad, people that are coming on vacation. And I'm in Orlando, meaning that whoever comes here, they're doing it because they're doing a celebration for a few reasons. Celebration, maybe a wedding, maybe a family vacation. So I want to cater to that kind of crowd, meaning that if you have the chance to come to Orlando in the next few months, search for my profile. I think let's take a look at, let me open up the Airbnb portion. Let me see what the experience listing is going to be like. So my listing, which the only one that is working right now, I'm gonna share it over here. So you see this list, you see what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to create a vacation, like right now I'm working on a vacation listing, like this one right here, vacation mode. So that hasn't been approved. So what I want to do on this vacation mode, I want to create a few services. I want to do a vacation mini, which is going to be like a half an hour session. I want to do another more robust vacation mode classic, and then a vacation mode deluxe, and then a studio signature session. So those are the offerings that I'm going to do. Hopefully they get approved. And you can look at the pricing. The prices are not bad. So I'm also paying, I think Airbnb takes about 15% or 15% or 20%, which is not bad. But once again, it's not, right now for the next few months, it's going to be an investment. I want to make sure I turn this into a good productivity opportunity for me, right? So that's one of the things that I want to do. Sorry guys, I have a notification here. I just want to make sure. What is this? Okay, sorry guys, my bad. So yes, I want to encourage whoever that comes to Orlando, or if you are local and if you know me and the quality of my products, help me work on this opportunity for the next few months. I want to, number one, create a portfolio that I could cater, because once again, my photography is a little bit broader, but this is gonna cater to specific, like a niche crowd, meaning that I have to cater to people that are on vacation, that are coming to celebrating their, I don't know, anniversary, because that's that's the main reason people come to Florida, right? They want to take a family vacation, they want to visit the parks, they want to do that. I'm a cast member, meaning that I'm able to maybe accommodate to, hey, I'll go to the park, we'll do something about it. We'll see what Airbnb is gonna do, because another thing that I would like to suggest, Airbnb, if you're watching this, to especially for photography and content creators, maybe you could create a media pass where we could, like, I'm a PPA member, so I already have accreditation through them. I could maybe add their logo and say, hey, I'm a media member with PPA. I'm here to capture the vacation. They pay for a package where I'm able to capture their experience. I don't know. Maybe there's an opportunity there to turn Airbnb into more of a, especially if they're spreading into photography services. Maybe to give us an accreditation, like a media or a press pass or something like that, that could provide us a chance to go to specific places without making a fuss. So I'm once again, this is me thinking of ways to turn this opportunity into, hey, how can I bring my photography into this new market with a specific touch and maybe a custom version that applies more to people that are traveling and having their vacation here in my area. So I'm still thinking about it. I'm gonna create a bunch of listings. We'll see how long it takes, because right now this one right here, I think I submitted it last week. This one I submitted it I think yesterday, and I have a few more, so I'm trying to hopefully we have a quicker way to get approved. So wish me luck, guys. But yeah, I just wanted to share that. And also, you know what, let me share this, because I was added to a photography, let me do Twitch, a photography group in Discord, photo family, which I'm gonna give a big shout out, because they're trying to help me and I suck at they're telling me, hey guys, dude, make sure you have I could help you with setting up a better stream. I could help you with, so they've been trying to help me out, but I'm so caught up with a bunch of stuff that is like, I don't have the time to sit down and but they're willing to help. So a big shout out to the photo family on Discord. Thank you so much, guys, for trying to help me out. And even though I'm drowning in my own craziness, you guys have been trying to toss me some lifesavers, so I appreciate that, friends. If you are watching this, because I should have posted this from the beginning at the Discord family group. Check my previous portion, because I just talked about some discounted rates for pet photography, an opportunity that I have with Airbnb that was provided by a collaboration between them and SmugMug. And now we're gonna be editing some pet photography. Oh, and another thing that I like to highlight, Instagram hasn't been working yet, so I haven't been able to add my live streaming to Instagram. Right now we are live on Kick, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. So I want to welcome everybody that wherever you're connected. Don't forget to put in the comments where you are connected from. I would love to say hello to you personally, but in order to do that, I need to see your comments. Whew, oh boy. What else do I have pending? I think that's it, guys. Is there anything else that I just brought so many things at the same time. That's it for now. Gosh, I never shared the screen, did I? Look at this. Anyways, this was what I was talking about. I have the vacation mode, the portraits. The one that was listed is this one right here, which let's take a look at it. I want to see the listing. So this is what it's gonna look like on the website. So your trip, my lens by moi, photographer in Orlando. You can message me. You could book a celebration session, Orlando tour, and or a photo or studio session. So this, we could do a bunch of stuff here. This is where I'm at, and you can see some of my portfolio. These are a few of the photos that I posted. So those are gonna be on Airbnb. They're listed. So whatever you need, let me know. That's there. But anyways, I really want them to approve my other listing, which is the portraits or the vacation mode. Once again, I do want to cater to the vacation people. Maple Glades, hi, hope you're doing okay. I'm sharing my experience so far with the Airbnb opportunity that was given to a set amount of photographers, and we have the chance to offer our services on Airbnb. I don't know if this is open to everybody. I was checking, like, let me switch to traveling. So I guess when you go to services here, you see this is new. So Airbnb is betting for quality. So everything that you see here, it's been vetted by them. So this is my competition right now in Orlando, in this area. So right now we're looking at 5, that's 25, 27 photographers. My listing is right here, and you can see there's a lot of talented photographers. There is some other ones that I'm like, they're starting just now. I don't want to be mean though, but you know, there's a bit of everything. So the new services, you can see here in Orlando, there's chef, massage, training, makeup, spa, nails. There's a bunch of stuff they added, and in that crowd they added photographers, and I'm one of them. This is my listing right here. This is what it looks like, and you can reserve right there. But once again, I think I need to cater for people that are traveling in vacation. So vacation mode services, I think that's gonna give me an edge in experience. Because once again, I don't think, let's look at what do we got here. So like this one is very, this is pretty nice. Like I saw it and I'm like, dang, that's pretty cool. So this photographer is doing a very vacation-esque version of what I want to do, and this is very cool. Now the fact that I see photos that are in Universal, that you know, are in, that's probably Disney as well. So yeah, arcade stuff. It's a lot of stuff here, which is very cool. So it seems that this person is probably let's see what we got. She's in The Knot. She's in Bombshell magazine. She went to school for photography. So that's kind of cool. Manet too, welcome. So I want to do something like this. So I saw this and I'm like, wow, she's doing great. That's kind of awesome, and it's very thematic to having a vacation in Orlando. So that's kind of cool. So that's gonna, I think she's gonna be one of the biggest competitions that we're gonna have here. Also, I saw this person, Emmanuel, and they got some pretty cool photos as well. The only thing that I noticed is that maybe, I don't know, once again, there's context behind this, but like skin retouching, I don't see that here. But they got pretty cool photos, you know. But once again, it's missing a little bit of skin. Well, once again, we don't know if the client requested skin retouching. So it's a lot of, when you judge somebody's photos, take it with a grain of salt, because you don't know what the context is. It could have been a collaboration where they only requested photos with small retouching, you know. But I like this right here. This is awesome. They did a great job. Like, the floor looks very clean. They did a pretty solid job in this photo. So kudos to Emmanuel. That's kind of cool. So I think this is another one that I'm gonna be competing with. But yeah, this is my the listing they approve. I would, once again, I'm trying to push for the other ones. This is a little bit of my work. So, but I think this type of photography, either late at night or park, or maybe a nice location on Orlando, is gonna be what's gonna start catching up on Airbnb. So I think that's gonna be great. So yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna be a coin toss. We'll see how this market is gonna move. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. Let's see who else is in here. Jose. Let's take a look at Jose photos. That's pretty nice. Ooh. So we got a little bit of Photoshop down here, because it seems that this was shot on a fabric. But if you're gonna shoot on fabric, just make it everything a fabric. You know. Let's see. Okay. That's different. It's not bad. It's like an event photo, close up. It's not bad. Oh, that's cool. But that looks like it was cut from Photoshop. You can see the pixelation here. Huh? They use soft boxes right here. Yeah, not bad. Alright, let's take a look. I'm turning this into a critique for other photos. That's kind of mean though. Stunning portraits. What do we got here? Alright, not bad. That's kind of cute. Ooh, underground, underwater photography. That's kind of cool. That's different angle. That's kind of cute. Ooh, that half a second after in the air, that would have been great. Ooh, is that a drone photo? Dang. It's kind of cute. That's cool. It's different. Ooh, this is a nice photo. Okay, so she's catering to... that's a random photo. That's cool. That's very nice. Yeah, he's got, who's this? Louis, you got pretty cool stuff. But I think, I'm pretty sure you got better stuff. There's some photos that should be replaced. What else do we got here? I'm picking up my competition. It's kind of mean. Night photography. Okay. Not bad. Event photography. That's not bad. See, there's specific people that I know they're gonna kill it here. We'll see how everything is gonna roll. But once again, it's gonna be a coin toss. We'll see. This is a brand new market, which means it's gonna be a great opportunity for service providers to grow. So I wanna wish everybody a great competition. Let's not kill each other out there. I'm excited. Hopefully this turns out very well for everyone, and we could grow in a new platform. We'll see how well, but here's the other side of the coin. We don't know how invested is Airbnb in this specific space. We don't know how people are going to react, and we don't know how the betting process is going to happen after a few months or reviews start coming up. So we'll see. This is something that brand new. This is something that Airbnb just launched literally this month. All right. So anyways, we're supposed to be editing. What am I doing? All right. No more sidetracking. I wanted to touch bases on that end. Let's look for pet photos. Where's the doggy stuff? 1 second, guys. Let me pull it up. Okay, 320. All right, I'm gonna share this, but let me look it up. 320. Selected. Okay. Cool. So let me share this real quick. Screen. So this is the session I did for this beautiful doggy. We took care of all this is probably my second pet photography ever. And it was a complete challenge because this is, once again, there is people that do this for a living. So their experience, their mistakes have taken them into a new, they're above a lot of people. This is literally my second pet photography shoot. This is literally the raw stuff that you see here. There's a lot of stuff because we wanted to try different poses, trying different approaches to this. So this was a fun experience. Big shout out to Ari for bringing her beautiful dog. We had a blast. The ones that I need to finish are the black photos, which I made a mistake of photographing those on a weird setup. But once again, I was trying different stuff. But once again, everything is about learning. Everything is about trying, just pushing to do a great job, you know. And we even have the outdoor photos, which some of them there's a few of them that I think I might even never mind. Where'd it go? Anyways, black photography. We gotta do the black photos. Yeah, I think I'm gonna work on a better location for outdoor photography for pets. This was just us trying it out, and I think she was the one that suggested it. Hey, let's do some outdoor photography. So I was like, yeah, let's test it out. But he was already exhausted. He was having fun though. Yeah. Anyways, so I just wanted to share that, a little bit of the behind the scenes. Let me bring this down and let's work on this. Let's see, we gotta work on this for sure. So what I'm gonna do, I just gotta retouch the background. So just small retouches that I gotta do, maybe cleaning a little bit of the fur, just a little bit, because we gave him some snacks. So when he, hold on, let me do that. Why? Hold on. He was already having some grumps in his mouth, and there was a lot of stuff on his fur because we gave him a lot of snacks. All right, now. So we just need to do a quick fix on the background. Let's see. I don't like when it does this weird. You see how this is not matching? Why does it look like that? I don't like it. Alright, let's try again. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cut it in 2 portions. Actually, I'm gonna do this side first. Let's try that. I don't like how this is processing that. So let's do this. Let's do this. There we go. Let's try that. Because yeah, we need a transition there. Alright, that's not too bad, but it's not giving me the transition here, which is annoying. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna grab that mask. Let me see any other. Yeah, we're gonna grab that mask and paint away a little bit of that mask to create a blend between. No. Okay, let's create that blend. Where's that blend? Oh, I was like, why is not taking it away? Stupid thing. There we go. Alright. Alright, that's not bad. Now let me do 50% opacity right here. Now, there we go. Okay, cool. It's not too bad. There we go. All right. Cool. All right. I can work with that. Now, let's do the other portion. We're gonna blend this. Alright. Me. Same process. Let's just grab this. There we go. It's a little more natural, I guess. I'm pulling out of out of a bunch of little tricks and stuff. Because I think if we leave the carpet texture, is gonna look more natural. Maybe it's me. So you see this. Nope. Well, there's a few ways that I could get rid of this, which is doing desaturation because the dog is black and white, or I could use that. Let's see how desaturation. Alright, let's see. No, not this. You see? I'm taking away the yellow. See how it looks. Yeah, I could do that too. So you could grab this little portion and desaturate, because what I'm trying to get rid of is the yellow stains that are there. So I could do that, and it still, his fur still looks natural. And once again, you cannot do this for every pet because it's different. But for a dog that is black, easy peasy. See, not bad. Let's see what else we got. Beautiful doggy. Yeah, he had so many snacks. He made a mess. But he was a good boy. I believe his name was Max. Max. Cool beans. I think that's good. What do y'all think? I think that's not bad. Let's see, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna create a copy this layer, and here's what I'm gonna do to check if there's more stuff to work. So I'm bringing all the brightness all the way up to see all the imperfections. There's just a few of them, but I don't think that's gonna bother me as much. So what I'm gonna do is grab this and just kinda do that. There we go, that's better. I think that's it. I'm happy with that. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna work on the eyes and the teeth. And 100%. There we go. I do think that it's a little bit overexposed, but once we're done with all this retouching, we'll play with the levels. And let's do teeth whitening. Let me see if I could fix the eye a little bit here. So I'm trying to desaturate this portion too. Make sure the white portion of the eye is white, or at least a little bit more desaturated. There we go. And let's see here. Let's work on this. Yeah, getting those teeth clean. Once again, I want to welcome everybody from the chat. Hope you're doing okay. Please don't forget, you could ask questions. If you want to book me as your photographer, feel free to DM me or call me. My phone number is all over the internet. You have a way to reach me. Go to my socials. Everything is in there. If you need a studio to do your work, shoot your content, let us know. Vyrus Studios is available. Yeah. We got a visitor right now. Ozzy's in the house.
Hold on, bro. I'm about to hit the trailer. I know you recording something?
We are live.
Oh, okay.
What's up, brother? You wanna say hello to my friends right here? Hey, I wanna give a big shout out to the main man right here. This is Ozzy. He's an amazing artist, and you are on tour, aren't you?
Yeah, we're about to go pack this trailer now and go to New Jersey.
New Jersey. You driving?
Yeah, literally.
Holy cow! How many hours?
17. Yeah, so I gotta go. I'm gonna go get this child. I just wanna make sure. I saw your car here, so I gotta make sure you're good.
Yeah, how we good, brother? We're creating content. I'm doing some pet editing.
Okay.
I'm doing Max's. Just doing some extra photos that we had. And I'm telling them that Vyrus Studios is available for rental. So if you need to come, we have a bunch of backdrops thanks to Aperture and K backdrops, so they're available for rental. We have a bunch of equipment here. We have a podcast room.
Yeah.
So there's a bunch of stuff available. A huge cyclorama that they could bring the cars into. And if they need to book for an event, we're turning into a venue. So
yeah, we're trying to do everything. So just one day at a time, bro.
That's it.
I'm gonna let you get back to your stream. Let me,
brother. Good seeing you, man.
We'll get this trailer packing after we're literally.
Hey, good luck. Don't forget. I think there's that one to sign.
Okay, I'll take care of it.
So don't forget. Yeah. Do your thing, brother. No, thank you. All right. We got a little cameo from Mr. Vyrus, Mr. Ozzy. All right, let me get back to the live. So right now he's on tour. He's going to a lot of cons. And they're driving all over the states. Please follow the man, Ozzy Oz the Virus, on Instagram. And if you're going to any of the upcoming cons this year, if you want to stop by the booth and buy some artwork from him, hey, now is the chance. I think they're doing a lot of specials at different cons, so you're welcome to stop by the booth and saying hello to the guy. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, let me see, adjustments, let's do levels. So I'm gonna use the levels and see a good way to bring the highlights just a tad down, because they're a little bit aggressive. Yeah, there we go. Okay, let's try that. Before, after. Yeah, I think that's a little cleaner. What do you think? Too much? Alright, yeah, a little too much. Okay, let's try one more time. Let's get those levels. So I want to bring this down for sure. There we go. Bring this here. There we go. I think that's better. Yeah, perfect. So we crunch a little bit more of the darks. So you do still have the texture of the floor, but it's not as prominent as before. I'm good with that. Am I? Yeah, that's fine. What I could do is always grab the contrast and bring the contrast down just a little bit. See what I mean? Maybe the brightness just a little bit lower. Maybe there. photography. Anyways, I think I'm happy with that. Let's go ahead and cook this up. And let's continue with the next one. Look at that puppy. He's so cute. Yo, dogs are amazing. Next time I'm gonna work on having a brush nearby just in case, like in between photos, in between takes. Take that brush and kind of clean it up a little bit. Alright, let's work on the levels, because I think this is one that I worked on before. I don't see any crazy imperfections. Plus it's a close-up, so. Alright, let's do adjustments here, levels. There we go. Awesome. I could play with the curve too if I need to. So if I wanna, for example, if I want like an S curve, for example, I could bring this up a little bit, bring this a little bit, make it a little more contrasty. I can do that too, but if I feel like the shadows are a little too intense, I mean the highlights a little too intense, you can play with that too. So let me bring the shadows up just a little bit. There we go. All right, let's see before, after. There we go. It's not bad. It makes it a little bit more contrasty. Whether that's good or bad, that's up to you. that's more of a taste. All right, I gotta work on this. I think I can kind of do that maybe. Yeah. Any other thing that I gotta work on? All right. They cut the grass today, and I noticed right away that I started sneezing when I went to my car. I was like, dang. And even when I was taking my little one to the daycare, she was sneezing too. One second, guys. I'm just gonna reply to something real quick. Actually, I need to post. I'm gonna post here in my stories that I'm live. Hey guys, I'm live right now. Let me know. Let me know. Guys, I'm live right now. Let me know. Let me know. Okay. Hey guys, I'm live right now. Let me Vyrus Studios. And let me tag Addy. Let me tag a link. Should I put a link? Let's put a link. What's the link? Let's do Twitch. Should we do Twitch? Twitch. Let me share the Twitch link. Or YouTube. Let's do the YouTube link. YouTube link. My videos. Live. Let me share that link real quick. Copy. Let me put it on this. Yeah. Because not everybody has Twitch on their what's it called? Not everybody has Twitch on their phone. So what I'm gonna do is share it here. There we go. Paste. YouTube. Live. Hey guys, I'm live right now. Let me know. Hey guys, I'm live right now. Alright, there you go. Once again, it sucks that I cannot live stream to Instagram right now. I don't know what's happening with the system. But it is what it is. Alright, let's get back to work. Alright, cool. Alright. So. Oh, what am I doing? Oh, I was working in something. What did I do? I was working on the yeah, that's fine. Not too bad. Once again, next time I'm gonna be more careful, making sure the dog is fully brushed. But once again, you know, that's gonna be a challenge. Mi pana! Hey brother, ¿cómo estás? I met a dude. This guy is amazing. His work is beast. So if somebody needs somebody for, you know, hire somebody for like visual graphics and TV production, my guy right here, Valenciaco. That guy is a beast. I think the website is valenciaco.com. So check his artwork is amazing. His work professional, man. He's done stuff for like TV stations. So check him out. Anyways, let's do some eye enhancement. To this beautiful doggy. We'll adjust the levels or the curve. I think the curve will make more sense. That too much? Yeah, let's try this. There we go. Just a smidge. That's good. Not bad. Alright. Oh, wait. que hacer blanqueamiento de dientes. Tip whitening. Here we go. Just a tiny bit. We need that smile Colgate. That smile Colgate. Colgate. There you go. There you go, Maxi. Good job, buddy. I need water. Oh, where's my water? There it is. Let me see if I don't make a mess. Here's my water. All right, people. Let's continue. We have owner giving kissy to doggy. Look at that drool. I love it, but it'll make a better photo if I fix that. Yeah. What is this? Oh god. Alright, let's see if this is closer to it. Yeah, that's closer to that. Oh, wait. Let's make sure. Yeah, they did. So, one thing about the generative fill is that it will do a little bit of a weird water painting version of like, see, that looks a little more natural, but you know, once again, in here is minimal, but when it does something else, it's just too much. Let's see if I could tweak it just a little bit. There we go. Perfect. Alright, that's not too bad. We got a bunch of hair. Pet owners, dog owners, they're proud of hair in their shirt. They love it. That's my dog's DNA, and I carry them everywhere. Alright, cool beans. Alright, on her, we're gonna do a little bit of skin retouching, but her skin is not, it's pretty good actually. It's gonna be minimal stuff, just here and there, just tiny bit to make sure it looks very nice, very nice. And then there's a little imperfection right here, which, there you go. Just taking her off. There you go. There you go. Nice shoot. I used, I believe, a 50 or an 85. Let me confirm that with you right now, brother. Where's my info? Do I get more information in here. View. Give me info. Where's my info? Get info. Okay. So that one. Extension, comments. Wow, this is not giving me enough info. What is going on? I think it was 50. I think that's the one I use. I mean, I have Lightroom here open. I could just literally go to Lightroom. That one right there. Let's get the information right now. Yep, 50. F8. ISO 250. Shutter 200. Yep. What I'm gonna do, however, I'm gonna extend or center this a little bit more. But I'm cropping. I don't want to crop. Hold on. Like extended. There you go. By the way, my favorite lens is 85 1.8 and my camera is the A7 IV from Sony. I'm a Sony guy. I've been loving Sony for a while. So, but I've shot Canon. I did Canon at a couple jobs that I worked at. Canon, I did school photography for Leonard and Katie. They use Canon. I'm a photographer for ESPN events at Disney. They use Nikon. So, yeah. But I'm you know, my preference overall is either Sony or Canon. Nikon is getting there, but since I'm more focused on photography itself, I just like the experience and the ease of work from Canon and Sony. Nikon, it's its own beast. I could get great results with that, but you know, if I gotta pick one, I'm sticking with Sony. Yep. Alright, this is cooked. Next. Alright, I'm gonna filter this just a little bit. I think that I put it a little bit too cool. Let me try this instead. Let's go to this. There we go. Do that and there and there. Bring this down just a little bit. More natural. Alright, cool beans. I think I'm gonna play with levels 2, just a teeny, just a little bit. All right, and let's do some cleaning. All right, just minor stuff on the skin, nothing too crazy. Cool. All right, Dougie, what you got? All right, let's see, Maxie, what you got? Stuff. Okay. There you go. Cool beans. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Cool. I'm just gonna leave it there. I'm not gonna make a big fuss about it. Make sure your people are not having a what's it called, a hair tie on them. I mean, I could kind of work around it, but once again, you don't want to get to that point. Introduce back those imperfections, seam patterns. There you go. Boom. All right. Ice. Oh, well, I'll do the ice and then whitening. Cool. I think we are good here. Look at this, Drew. That works. Alright guys, I want to remind everybody that I'll be doing a discount pet shoot in the next month because Aperture sent me a backdrop for dog photography, so we're gonna utilize that. So if you want a nice set of photos for your pet, for your doggy, let me know. Send me a DM on Instagram and we'll make it happen. So it's gonna be discounted because it's kind of sponsored by Aperture for to promote their backdrop for doggies. And then I'll be doing a discounted portrait session, the mini session, as well, because they send me 2 backdrops, which I need to photograph as well. So if you are interested in a mini session, please DM me. It'll be done at a discounted rate. Thanks Aperture for sponsoring those sessions. And if you want to buy any of their products, 20% off, use code JM20. If you need any product, studio equipment or backdrops or anything like that, that'll be the place to go. All right, any other stuff? This little wolf, Mr. Max. Alright, is this another tip? I think it was. Alright, so handsome. There we go. Alright, let's do the next few. We got 5 to go. I think this one should be more of a close-up. Yeah, let's work on the framing. Something like that. I think that works best. Maybe more of a maybe there. Maybe there. Yeah, that's not too bad. Okay, cool. Alright, let's work on that. Alright, any imperfections, distractions. Okay.
Read about this or hear this, that you used to go up on Mulholland Drive and park
every night.
and visualize seeing yourself as...
Yeah, I would visualize,
This is when you were broke and poor.
Right, having
Broke and
directors interested in me and people that I respected saying, you know, I like your work or whatever that is, and I would visualize things coming to me that I wanted or whatever. Drive home and think, well, I do have these things. They're out there. I just don't have a hold of them yet, but they're out there. I wrote myself a check for $10 million for acting services rendered, and I gave myself 5 years, or 3 years maybe, and I dated it Thanksgiving 1995. Just before Thanksgiving 1995, I found out that I was going to make
Approve.
dollars.
Okay. This one, this is good. Alright, let's just work on getting those paws desaturated. And work with this here. Get more of a even coating. So adjustments. do eyes. Let's do eyes and teeth. I think they got here to pack up. Cool. Next. A little better. I don't know if this is part of his code or if it's just stains, but just to keep things consistent, I'm just gonna desaturate those. Same here. This is saliva, Drew. Alright, let's see if we can fix it this way. Ah, there you go. Okay, let's play with levels. This should be the last one, and then I'm gonna try to do a crazy composite with one of the outdoor photos. I want to see if what I'm able to do if I ever need to do something. Because I've seen a lot of people do, like, they change the whole background and it looks fantastic. Like, it's not changing the whole background, but they're doing a lot of masking, and they enhance the photo in a way that looks dreamy. And I think I gotta get to a point where I can do that type of photography. Most of that type of photography is done outdoor, so I think that would bring my value up as a pet photographer, or whenever I need to do pet photography. So I'm gonna give it a shot. See what can we do. Alright, let's play with values. And also I notice this.
Alright, we'll see, bro.
You out?
Yeah, I have to drop off the trailer.
Ah, brother. I'll see you around, brother. Yeah, and probably this too. Yeah. Perfect. Alright. I was gonna tell them don't forget to sign the stuff. Hell no. Alright. I think that's good. Thank you, Maxi. You did fantastic. What a good boy. Alright, let's take a look at the outdoor photos, because I do want to work in one or two of those. So let's bring this down. Let's pull up Lightroom. Let's go here and see what we got. Alright, let's see what we got. We tried so many different ways to photograph this. Like this might be a good one that we could work on. So see the lighting is not great because the time of day was terrible, and that's why it doesn't look nice. I'm gonna make it more softer. Maybe we could get away with more stuff that way. Alright, let's try that. Okay, is that one better? We can do that. I like that one. Let's see what can we save. I like that one. Maybe we could do something nice with this. Maybe. Because it's distractions, a lot of stuff happening. Maybe we are able to do something. We'll see. Maybe that. Is that focus? That's a little soft. Where's the focus? Oh, it's right here. Boo, that photographer shucks. But I would love to do something like that in a proper location. That would be great. But yeah, anyways, let's see what can we do with oh my god. Alright. So we got that one. Alright, let's see what can we do with those 3 photos. Max. Alright. Okay. I'm gonna start uploading this onto SmugMug. SmugMug. And Max. Let's upload those photos to show my friend. That was pretty. What date? Alright, black is uploading. Okay, so we got those. Let's try to come up with something nice for these 3 photos. I'm gonna grab those 3, put them in here. Okay, and let's see what can we do, because I've seen a lot of techniques, a lot of stuff that you could do, and I wanna start applying those techniques here. All right, let's do this and see what AI would do. Let's see what Mr. AI is gonna do. Put you to the test, Mr. AI. Give me something nice. Okay. So that's not too bad. That is a little better. Yeah, this one is a little better. But you see what I'm talking about? Look at the fur right here. You see how low quality that is? So you grab the mask, you use your brush, you put a black, and paint away. And try to find a happy medium where you're not bringing what you don't want, but you're not sacrificing So here's what I'm gonna do. Alright, let's try a different technique here. You forgot to sign it?
No. I'm still gonna come back for that. I'm trying to grab something. Well, number one, let me upgrade this because it does give you a better result that way. Okay, let's see what we got. It's not bad. It's really not bad. I think that works. Alright, I'll take that. I was gonna do a whole new process with making sure. The other thing that you could do is give it a spin with, well, there's two ways. You could do generative fill one more time and see if it blends it in a way that helps you, but that's a coin toss. The other way that you could do is get the original photo and mask the hair and then just bring it onto it's not too bad. I'm happy with that. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Alright, once again, what I'm doing right now is very experimental. Let me go to a YouTube video that I saw. Let me see here. Dark outdoor. Editing. Let me see if I find it. I've seen this. Let me see if she's the one. There's some great photographers that do a great type of masking and whatnot. Alright, let me pause the music for a minute and let's listen to
shot of a dog. And because I don't have any really good shots, I just went on to Adobe Stock and grabbed this really cute picture of this red border collie. Okay, so the first thing that I did, and I'm gonna zoom in so that you can see this. See how noisy this is? The first thing that I did is okay, so the next thing that I did is I cleaned up all of these branches and grass off of the fur, and I did that using Content Aware and the clone stamp.
Yeah, there's ways to do it. One of my new favorite tools is this one right here, the patch tool, which is very nice. What is this? He was he was drooling. I guess he was. He had grass all over. Alright. Yeah, that little stuff like that is annoying. Alright. No. 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 What did I do? What the heck? Not bad. Okay. Any distractions? Cool. Alright. What else? I don't think she's the one that I saw that.
This, which looks a bit better. Mask. So I did use my select subject for a mask, and then I came into my hue saturation, and if you look in here, I just went to the yellows and I just desaturated it and pulled the lightness all the way down. The next thing is
so she did a mask.
And then I came into my hue saturation and subject for a mask. And then I came into my hue saturation and
so she selected the background. Alright, let's see that. That will be in select subject. Yeah, that's not clean. Lord. Alright. What can we do here? Where's the subtract from mask? Am I doing a manual? Where's the window where I could? Yeah, this is not gonna work. Me. Alright, now where's the other girl that did the tutorial? Well,
Monday CRM has the best AI features in the game.
Especially in sales.
Hands down.
So for me...
Emily here from Inspiration Photography, and I hope you're looking forward to what we have in... But anyways, that's beside the point. We're going to come up here to the masking section. This is where I do most of my work, is in masking. So what I'm trying to do is reduce distractions, bring out detail and clarity and brightness in the dog, work on the eyes, and get things set up.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like, for example, most of the stuff that they will do will be taking the photo in a way that, let me flatten the image, working on a photo where the subject is the brightest portion of the photo. So in this case, everything else is bright but the dog. So working with that, I'm doing things backwards. But once again, this is just for me to try things out. The other thing is that masking the dog is just gonna be a headache. Anyways,
ready for Photoshop. So that is the goal. So the first thing I want to do actually is work on this side of Loki's face, because it's bugging me that it's so much darker. So use over the darker end on the top of saturation. Drag this radial.
So she's doing a little masking.
Drop the highlights a little bit. Only
the body of the dog.
On the talking about smart objects, then we're just going to be here for another that we did about curves layers, but really they aren't elliptical mark. Maybe make it not. This is getting nice and keyboard for the spot healing brush, but of course the keyboard here. I don't think I always just check this or not. So let's work a little bit on these greens. I think we're going to see a lot of change even by working on yellows. Yep, there we go. So let's work a little bit on these off of our very first layer.
She's already in Photoshop.
And then come. But a year. So if time today, guys, we're cracking through. We're trying to get. So I'm going to make a curves layer. I love using curves layers. If you don't know how to use them, please let me know in the comments and I will make a little video on them. Otherwise, if you're in my learning journey already, you have got a whole workshop that we did about curves layers, but really they aren't that complicated. If we pull down on the curve, everything gets darker. If we pull up on this bit here, we pull up the blacks and we make the blacks less black. And usually this is a great way to start getting more richness and depth in the colors, as you can see. But we need to mask low-key out. So using B on my keyboard for brush, we are getting the little brush tool and I'm going to mask low-key out. I'm not doing a subject select mask at this point in time because the more of those we use, the more my dog looks like a sticker. Okay, so now that we have added a bit of darkness to the background there, let's see what else we can do.
Okay, so she's
I think we might make a little bit of an open vignette to add more. We need more on the curve video bit. So I'm gonna make a curves layer.
Yeah, curves layer. That's what it is. Curves. Good. And
I love using curves layers. If you don't know how to use them, please let me know in the comments and I will make a little video on them. Otherwise, if you're in my learning journey already, you have got a whole workshop that we did about curves layers, but really they aren't that complicated. If we pull down on the curve, everything gets darker. If we pull up on this bit here, we pull up the blacks and we make the blacks less black. And usually this is a great way to start getting more richness and depth in the colors, as you can see. But we need to mask low-key out. So using B on my keyboard for brush, we are getting the little brush tool and I'm going to mask low-key out. I'm not doing a subject select mask at this point in time because the more of those we use, the more my dog looks like a sticker. Okay, so now that we have added a bit of darkness to the background there, let's see what else we can do. I think we might make a little bit of an open vignette to kind of show the light coming down from above. So I'm using this elliptical marquee tool. I'm basically just going to make a selection and Photoshop is going to transform that selection into the mask shape for me. We can always change this later on, but we're going to start with this nice big circle. We have a very soft feather here, so that's going to make the edges nice and soft. I'm going to make another curves layer. I'm going to pull down on the curve, pull up on the blacks just to soften those blacks a little bit. Let's maybe
hold on, Mama.
Quite tool. I'm basically just going to make a selection, and Photoshop is going to transform that selection into the mask shape for me. Complicated. If we pull down on the curve, everything gets. We are getting the little brush tool, and I'm going to start a little bit of an action to kind of marquee tool. I'm basically just going to make a selection. And Photoshop is going to transform that selection into the mask shape for me. We can always change this later on, but we're going to start with this nice big circle. We have a very soft feather here, so that's going to make the edges nice and soft. I'm going to make another curves layer. I'm going to pull down on the curve, pull up on the blacks just to soften those blacks a little bit. Let's maybe make it not quite so high. And then of course, because I don't want to darken Loki's face, we're going to do Command or Control I to invert that layer. And that is now on the outside there. And I think I might make it smaller. So I'm going to come to the Move tool. I'm going to hit the slash key on my keyboard. But if you don't have that key, you can also hold Shift, Option or Alt and click the mask icon there. I'm just going to shrink this.
I'm testing a new technique. I'm trying to learn a little bit of
pretty
masking
symmetrical
process
above Loki's
for outdoor
head.
pet photography. So
just imagine that the light is shining down
I'm trying to apply it to
above,
this photo.
and everything else is getting nice and dark.
Yeah. No worries, brother.
Just noticed this stick over here. So
everything
before
right
we
now.
get too
Except
excited,
Instagram,
because
'cause
that
it's
is
not
what
working
always
for some
happens to
reason.
me, let's
So
remove
I
this
got
stick.
Twitch,
We
I
need a
got
new
Kick,
layer, and then we're going to
YouTube.
zoom in. Okay, I like
it's
doing
gonna
all
be
my
jump rope.
clone stamp
Up
and
here.
healing spot brush and so on in a new layer. That way I can always turn it off. I can delete it.
Up
I
to you.
can
Don't matter.
mask it out. I can kind of do whatever I need to do with it. And I think today I'm just going to use the clone
Alright,
stamp
let's do
tool
this.
because it's a little bit fiddly.
Wait. I listen to
Might
this.
make it smaller. So I'm going to come to the move tool. I'm going to hit the slash key.
Okay, so you did
And then of course, because I don't want to darken Loki's face, we're going to do Command or Control I to invert that layer.
Okay, so she's doing a masking where everything just keeps getting darker. Oh wait, I think the selection she did. Okay, hold on. Let me redo this. So I'm gonna invert it. Or, well, we'll do that later. We're gonna, I guess what she did was feather. Excuse me. How much do you feather it?
We can always change this later on to the mask. Photoshop is going to basically just going to make a selection, and Photoshop is going to transform that selection into the mask shape for me. We can always change this later on, but we're going to start with this nice big circle. We have a very soft feather here, so that's going to make...
Okay, so she has the selection, and then you could feather things here. Where am I? Where am I? Where am I? Oh, I gotta create a... No. What's going on? Why it's not giving me... What's going on? Lightroom. I don't need you right now. Okay. What the heck? Okay. Sorry. There it is. Cool. Go back here. Back here. Will we have a comment? No. Darren Lucas. Hey! What's up, bro? What a coincidence. Alright, so she feathered at 300. So I'm gonna do that. Feather 300. What else do you need?
Edge is nice and soft. I'm gonna make another curves layer.
So make the curves layer. The curves. And then bring that down. Did she inverted it?
I'm going to pull down on the curve, pull up on the blacks just to soften those blacks a little bit. Let's maybe make it not quite so high. And then of course, because I don't want to darken Loki's face, we're going to do Command or Control I to invert that layer. And that is now on the outside there. And I think we might make it smaller. So I'm going to come to the move
That is
tool.
definitely not
I'm going to hit the
feather.
slash key on my keyboard. But if you don't have that key, you can
Hold on.
also hold...
1 second, lady. That wasn't feather at all. Okay. Cool. I'm here. I'm just gonna go to selection, because this is another way to feather things. She feathered at 300, which is the original thing that I had. Let me pull this over here. So 300. Boom. Cool. I'm gonna create that curve layer. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this down and this up. And then we're gonna invert that. That. Did it invert? There we go. Invert it. I don't know.
I'm not buying it because there's a better way to do that, actually. Jeez. I'm gonna do that mask. And then what I'm gonna do, jeez. Oh, delete. Okay. Now, what I'm gonna do is create that. I think she wanted a little bit of this, because you need to, because you want your light source. I'm trying to see what's the best best way to, because if you see at the shadows, they're a little bit diagonal. So I'm gonna do that. Maybe there. Alright, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna modify my selection. I'm gonna feather it. Boom. And then invert. There we go. I guess it's alright. I don't know. I'm not buying it. I guess it's creating a little vignette. Let's see what else she says.
Shift, Option or Alt and click the mask icon there. I'm just going to shrink this mask up a little bit, but I want it to stay pretty symmetrical above Loki's head. Just imagine that the light is shining down from above and everything else is getting nice and dark. Just notice this stick over here. So before we get too excited, because that is what always happens to me, let's remove this stick. We need a new layer and then we're gonna zoom in. Okay, I like doing all my clone stamp and healing spot brush and so on in a new layer. That way I can always turn it off, I can delete it, I can mask it out, I can kind of do whatever I need to do with it. And I think today I'm just going to use the clone stamp tool because it's a little bit fiddly and I think I can just clone from up here directly over the top of this little stick. So I'm going to hold Option or Alt and click and then come down and just start masking this out. It should end up with the side of the tree there, so that should connect pretty nicely. And you know, guys, I'm not doing the most precise edit today because we're on YouTube and who wants to watch somebody just sit there and mask things out for 20 minutes? Nobody does. Right, J on my keyboard for the spot healing brush, but of course the keyboard shortcut doesn't work because reasons, so I just had to click it. This is the spot healing brush and we're just going up on the curve. We can pull up quite reasonably here, I think. So thanks very much, Photoshop, for working for me today on this day where I'm trying to make a tutorial. Making another curves layer. This time it has a smaller circle, like a little halo above his head. And we're just going to pull up on the curve. So I'm going to make another curves layer because I want a little bit more drama, and I'm just going to pull down, maybe pull those blacks up a tiny. It depends on the photo, on the mood I'm creating. I think we'll just make a second kind of subtle spotlight.
This technique is gonna work much better with a photo that is soft. Now, this right here is so freaking harsh. All right. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna approach this in a different way. I'm gonna actually turn this and paint the doggy. So what I'm doing, I want to paint the doggy and adjust his levels. If I do it correctly. Oh, I guess I just did. Okay, so this curve is actually gonna go the other way. I want it near it. Too much. Okay. There we go. Just a tiny bit to get to get some of that back. There we go. And then I could add on levels too. Not there. So on levels, just a little bit. Okay. All right. So I guess we're good here. What I'm gonna do is do a camera raw filter. Ooh, that's not it. Alright, let me just boom. Let's do it now. So what I want to do, I want to bring those highlights down just a little bit, shadows up just a little bit, contrast, get clarity, texture down, clarity up just a tad. All right. Okay, before and after. There we go. Now I'm gonna do that one more time, but I'm gonna get the linear gradients. And what I want to do, I want to get Dougie in a way where the light is hitting him, but everything else is getting a little darker. Okay, we got a follower. I think I missed it. Or probably is that one right there. Let's try this. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna do that. And also there, I want to bring temperature a little warmer. Hold on. Cancel. Yes. Hold on. I had the masking. Okay. Let me do that first. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna create another mask that is diffuse in saturation. Let me duplicate this here. Jesus. All right. Let me see if I can. Because what I've seen people do is turning the whole image a little monochromatic. So let's check the reds. Okay, so the reds, we're gonna desaturate. The yellows, I'm gonna turn, should we go a little bit more this way? Orangey, or should we go more green? Let's go orangey. Alright, the greens, we could go more this way. And then the blues, we could definitely kind of go a little bit more desaturated. Should we go just blue, sky blue? There we go. Alright, so I want this. I want this fire, there we go. So you could play with colors like that too, but once again you'll have to retouch the masking. So all these techniques are going to be amazing whenever you have a photo that is a little bit like when it starts in a flat version, when the image is super flat. I think it's gonna give you better results. But I mean, once again, I'm happy with this. I'm not gonna overdo it. I will, however, kind of work on that masking. So I think I'm getting a little outside here. Get that mask going. There we go. This is like just extra retouching. You don't want to overdo it. hate when it automatically changes the brushes on me. Paint it. One of the tools that I haven't used at all is masking. Where's the music? What am I doing? One of the tools that I need to work on more often is masking, because masking is a great asset to work with. All right, I think I'm good there. Let's just work on that. Let me get that contrast 103. So. For example, the oranges. Let's get the orange saturated. Let's get the yellows. This. Let's create a mask. Subject. I did a pretty good job. And then invert. Let me grab that tool. Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, let's not overdo it. Let's work on this exposure down just a little bit.
That's not bad. Alright. Okay. Alright. Let's see how that looks now. Alright. Before, after, before, after. Is that an improvement? What do you think? Not bad. Yeah, just trying to get a hold of masking and different techniques and whatnot. Alright, let's work with levels. Alright, I'm happy with that. I mean, we're bringing a overexposed photo into a supposedly well-lit photo. I think we did way too much from what I was supposed to do. But it's a good learning technique. But once again, the best way to work on this is to do the photo at the right time, because direct sunlight is just gonna not make it worth. But anyways, it's not bad. It's just a little bit over processed at this point, but once again, it was just a learning technique. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna save it as a B copy. And we're gonna take a look at the before and after and see if it actually improved or not. So I'm gonna bring this here. This is the original. This is the final result. Original, final result. Original, final result. Not bad. It's a little over processed. Once again, I'm more of a photographer that wants the thing to be completed on camera and then do final retouches in editing. I'm not the one that will mask the heck out of a photo, but this is, I guess, important stuff to learn. And you know, I don't know, it feels weird because it's not my usual go-to. Not bad. Anyways, I think that's it, guys, for me right now. Oh my god. Once again, let's chat about the announcements I did earlier. Alright, so
I'll be doing discounted rates for pet photography this month for the next 3 to 5 bookings, because we got a promo. One of my sponsors, Aperture, that has sent me a backdrop for dog photos. So if you want your pet to be photographed, now is the time, because I'm gonna be doing heavy discounts on those. I've been added as a photographer for Airbnb experiences. So if you are coming to Orlando, anywhere near Orlando, and if you need a photographer for your vacation or a special occasion, I'm gonna be working hard in the next few months to promote myself on that platform. I've been honored to be part of the first batch of service photographers that are going to be working through Airbnb. So if you have the chance, and if you want to give me a hand, if you want a great experience, please start booking service through Airbnb. If you don't know, or if you don't see a date or a service that I offer there, and if you still want to book me, you can still do it directly through my Instagram. DM me. My phone number is in there too. You could do that as well. Don't forget, Vyrus Studios is available for rental. If you are also a creator, you could definitely utilize the studio facility, or if you want to throw an event, we are available for that as well. What else do I got pending? If you have any awesome cars, and if you wanna, we could do a deal. I'm doing heavy discounts on car photography right now because I want to get into that field. I did a few this week for a Porsche that was beautiful, and I wanted to do more, but once again, I told the story of what happened. Because of time, we couldn't do more. But if you either have a rental company or have exotic cars or anything like that, please reach to me, because I'm doing heavy discounted rates for car photography. Because I wanna get in that world. So I'm available for those. And what else? I think that's it for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm thinking about doing content with sports, mainly soccer. Now that a lot of big events are coming up, and like one of the most viewed videos that I have on my channel, it was an unboxing for soccer cleats. As you may know, I'm a very passionate soccer fan. I used to play back in the day. And I'm actually in a tournament right now as well, so I'm still active, but not professionally. If you want me to create more soccer related content, I'll be more than happy to do that as well. And yeah, that's it for me today, guys. Thank you so much. Don't forget to follow, share, do the duties, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.